day, ano to, day 3. Na, we're going to Seattle Aquarium. We're gonna take an Uber this time. Ito ba yun? Ayan o, Toyota. Uber this time kasi it's 27 minutes long. Oh no, I don't think so.
1 minute, still got 1 more minute.
1 more minute. Yan, dito muna kami mag-breakfast. Cafe Opta. Natin, ha? Ano siya? World Trade Center. Ito pala. Ito. Menu nila.
Kailan naman, konti lang naman.
Ito sila. Asa na yun? Burrito. Yan, ano sa'yo?
Ako, Vietnamese rice. Sarap yung pork chop nila. Pork chop.
Yan ang kanilang latte. Foamy latte. So, tingnan mo yung nalagyan nila ng utensils. Oh, actually, para siyang recycled can. I think pinaglagyan siya.
Recycled can?
Oh, recycled can kasi pinaglagyan siya ng coffee. Pero very resourceful way. Ito ang Skillet Philippines. Ayan, ano yan?
Vietnam grilled pork chop.
Meron siyang banana. Meron silang banana ketchup. Oh. Taray. Okay, let's eat. Actually, we're here on the Seattle Aquarium. Yes, again.
Still got 94. We're not going to make that point. So much overtime. Still working.
Saan yung pangalan?
I love it.
Natin pangalan. Walang pangalan eh. Ayun, taas. Ano yung pangalan? Seattle Aquarium.
Well, for you guys, for us, it's
Of course it is.
Yan o. Saan ang entrance sila? Ito ang entrance. Ito entrance o. Yan.
Yeah, and they are doing great. She has babies at least 5 times a year. When a female adult rockfish gives birth, it's about 500,000 to 1 million little babies. And they'll just become part of the food web. They're microscopic or go right back out through the system and back out into the bay. This is interesting behavior because when you see, so that's another yellow eye rockfish next to the big one here. And that is a very dark color. They get darker when they're trying to impress a mate or when they're trying to push away another male. So there's some display going on here with this fish.
Ano na, Jaina?
Ayaw ka sa picture.
Yan o. Para silang mga patay.
Patay na lumalabas.
Nakalutang lang. Yan o, walang gumagano.
Siyempre, hindi mo sila lumilipad.
Ito o. Chill lang sila, chill. Ay, inaamoy niya isa.
Oh, wow.
Chill lang, chill.
This is the first time that Avery's out of Aquarium.
permitted to touch any animal except for the fish. As you reach, feel free to lay your tummy on the rocks to get a little closer. We just ask that you don't go any higher, so no knees or feet on the rocks for everybody's safety. And if you have any questions, just find someone in a blue aquarium uniform or red lanyard. We are happy to help you out. Thanks for visiting today.
Touch that one.
Jellyfish again.
I can't reach. Too high.
Too short. Hi, sir.
Should we keep going?
Angie! We went outside. I'm sorry. He saw somebody What one is that?
Oh, I didn't know.
Come on, show me. This one is showing us this one.
Oh, cool. So cool.
Is this tiger fish? It's probably used in tropical waters. How about Georgie? Right there, oh, look on George. That's the right one. George. Those tiny little. Oh, I see a moving. Wow. I'm still not like this on land.
Not too much, really. But there's some pretty guys over here. Do you see yellow? Do you see orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see purple.
See purple too. Good eye, good eye. There's some little ones and some bigger ones. All sorts of different. And I like the stuff that's on the ground. So you see the green stuff on not this ground, but in their ground. I see the greens. Do you want to see some clownfish, Teresa?
Yan ba si Nemo? Ang cute nila, oh. Naglalaro sila, oh. Nag-away, oh. Parang si Jane at si Janelle.
Should watch this Finding Nemo sa Disney.
Ang cute. Ay, nag-away sila, oh.
Then naglalaro sila.
Si Jane at si Janelle.
When we were over at the touch tank, I think that's what you
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They got a little bit ahead of us, didn't they? We'll find them. These ones, see? These ones.
Yung glass baby, yung mga ano, yung bubbles.
I wish there was a like sign like that. How much was it? Was there a map?
No.
Sila ba yun?
Hindi, hindi sila yan. Say northern.
Oh, look, an eel. Sabong kin. Don't spank the stop.
Dikit-dikit sila doon. Ang tawag sa kanila? Tawag sa kanila.
Alright, come here. There we go.
Look at that. Look at they have flippers for feet. Yeah, look at that. That helps him swim. Look at that. As the one over there is eating it. Is he got something in his hands right there? What's he doing?
No, I'm just floating around.
Just floating around.
Oh, that one is also eating something.
Is it? Or is he taking a nap?
Looks like he's sleeping.
Yeah, he might be taking a
Or
nap.
they're gonna bump each other.
That one has a oh, look at that one in the back is moving its tail back and forth to help it move.
So he's sleeping, kind of.
just dozing. You done looking?
Nope.
No? Okay.
This is what she came for.
If there's no sharks, at least we can see the otters, right?
That is in the warehouse.
Parang ganda ako picture dyan. Kaya malaglag yung telepono ko sa tubig. Yan, ang ganda oh. Mga picture. Eh, yung telepono ko patapon. Patapon na talaga eh. Ay, doon pala tayo sa kamila.
Sa kanila naman lahat. Sarap niya, kain nila tita. Kami mismo.
Argos.
Ito na yung coca, no?
Kailan? Oo nga, no? Ako kasi lang dalawa. Baho may tayo.
Yung tubig ang loob.
Ha? Stairs. Nasa taas tayo lahat.
Siguro.
Sarado to.
Hindi, bubuksan ko ito.
Unless mag-divide.
Kasi dyan sila kikita. Dyan sila kikita bago makakasal.
Ano ito pwesto sa labas? The baby, oh. Natin. Dito tayo sa likod. Dito na. Ha? Yes, dito tayo sa sides. Tayo sa sides para wala nang dalawa.
Introduce myself. I was born here in Washington State, grew up all around Seattle until I was 10, then I moved to North Carolina. But after, oh, you're from North Carolina? Nice, nice, cool. Nice to see you guys all the way from across the other side of the country. But yeah, I miss it so much that I came back here. It's a beautiful city, got lots of good memories, and I've been able to learn about a lot of 90s. They rebranded into Argosy Cruises, and here we are. Fun facts, he had beef with Sir Ivor Haglund of Ivor's Fish and Chips fame. Reason being, Ivor was very fond of seagulls. He encouraged people to feed them. There is a statue of him feeding seagulls in front of Ivor's Fish and Chips down there next to us. But with seagulls comes seagull droppings, and to this day, it is a constant struggle to keep our ships from looking like a Jackson Pollock painting. So wherever they are in the afterlife, they're probably still bickering, but we are doing our best, trucking along. So let's get started here. Let's go back in time to Seattle in the 90s, the 1890s. So around this time, the waterfront was booming with industry, strictly business, not a lot of restaurants and shops around. Steamships coming to and fro, trains running around everywhere, people fighting for the right of way with as the gateway to Alaska. Nothing really panned out for them though, you could say. Larger companies kind of beat them to it, took all the gold. But our economy got a nice boost by outfitting all those miners with the supplies they would need for their arduous journey to Alaska. So if you look kind of behind us, we're passing it now, there's a big empty spot. You're not looking in the wrong direction. The pier was torn down and rebuilt in the 50s, but then it was not very structurally sound, and a portion of it fell into the water a few summers ago. I was actually working at the Starbucks 2 piers down where we just left when that happened. It was pretty scary, pretty close to home. But it was bound to happen, and you know, they're renovating the waterfront now, and they're making lots of improvements. And once it's all said and done, hopefully that pier will be rebuilt better and stronger and be a nice place to take in the sights like it used to be. And then we just passed the Seattle Aquarium, that teal building with the green trim. So that is not your normal aquarium where you're gonna see orcas in captivity jumping through hoops and whatnot, which is a good thing. It is mostly focused on education and rehabilitation. So it's going to be showcasing most of the local wildlife that you're going to see in our waters, as we are just off the Pacific Ocean. And my favorite being the giant Pacific octopus. So the largest one ever recorded would be able to stretch from the front of the boat to the back of the boat with a little bit of wiggle room. capsized by Kraken. It's kind of like that on a smaller scale, but it hasn't happened to us yet. Yeah. They also were the first aquarium to house sea otters in captivity. Again, not necessarily for displaying them, but because in the 17 and 1800s, they were used a lot for their pellets, which really hurt the populations. So they will have them in there and release them into the wild during mating season. Same with the Pacific octopuses. If you guys have been here a few days or weeks, you might have noticed that we're getting a little bit of haze here and there. We've got a lot of wildfires coming in from the eastern portions of our states. And so I bring that up because there was a case of a sea otter in the Seattle Aquarium contracting asthma because of wildfires in one summer. So they ended up training her to use a modified cat inhaler. So whenever she has a problem, she knows to go and up and press the button and take a whiff until she is good to go. So they've done quite a lot for our local climate and environment and wildlife, even down to those glass tiles that you see walking along the piers here. They're not just for decoration, they're also to let light into the water, as baby salmon are afraid of the dark, and so if they were to venture out further into the deeper waters, they would surely get eaten. So we will have those glass panels all around the place to let light into the water anywhere that the piers are covering the water, the coast. Just one of the many things that they've done for us. They're also working on simulating a gray whale stomach. Why would they want to do that? So you could feel like Pinocchio for a day, maybe? Well, it was a sperm whale technically, but this plane passed over us. So they are working on making plant-based plastics to make it more safe for marine life. So they're trying to figure out a way to simulate that and see if they can degrade properly. So yeah, they do lots of stuff for us. So pretty fascinating, and so shout out to them. And then we just passed one of our cruise ship terminals, that maroon and turquoise colored building. But in contrast to that beautiful building, we have this more drab, gray, mustard trimmed hotel over here. This is a hotel. It is a Hotel Edgewater. And in contrast to its more lackluster outside, it has a very colorful history. So it was set to open in 1962 for the World's Fair, a 6-month-long trading exposition. Some 9 million tourists were expected to show up for this event, and they figured we'll build a hotel right on the water and cash in on all that sweet, sweet tourist money. Yeah, if you see anybody waving to you, definitely wave back. It's good marine etiquette. So they figured they would build a hotel on the water and try to get all that revenue from them. However, things got a little complicated building a hotel right here on the water. So next thing you know, the 6-month fair came, the 6-month fair went, and they didn't open until 2 weeks after everything was said and done. So they lost out on all that sweet, sweet tourist money. And then they struggled to stay afloat for a while, if you will. But one marketing tactic they tried to employ was to allow you to fish from your hotel window. So as soon as you walk into the lobby, you get a bucket and a fishing pole, and it's just out of there, and it's going over here, unloading its cargo, I believe. Trolling is a not so great practice. The way that they do it is they have these metal nets that comb the floors, and then they just kind of dig up everything, including all the stuff that they don't want, which they end up just throwing back. Sometimes it happens to be salmon. Salmon are very precious to our ecosystem, so it kind of the ship that you can't see holds all the heavier crates to keep things balanced. So they hold more than you can actually see on the sea high.
Di ba sila?
Might be wondering if any of these ever fall into the water. Well, I have a little story for you. Let's go back in time to Seattle in the 90s. They actually were 90s. So one of our cargo ships was headed to Tacoma. It was a dark and stormy night, if you will. The waves were rocking and rolling, and the ship couldn't quite keep balance and lost some crates. And one of them hit the water and burst open. Most notably, the one that burst open let out thousands of rubber duckies. So our waterways became a big bathtub for a bit. But there's a silver lining, is there is a lot of plastic in the ocean, but it also helps oceanographers learn a bit more about how our ocean currents work, because these ducks were washing ashore in places that they didn't expect would be even possible, as far as Scotland, Ireland, and frozen and Arctic ice. Shop for our industry, because Seattle was becoming a bit more pedestrian friendly and commercialized, and needed a place to take all of our shipping stuff over here. So they dredged up a bunch of dirt from the Duwamish River, split it in half, just kept adding and adding to it, and now we have the largest man-made island in the U.S. So that is why it is all flat. Anywhere you go around here in the Western Washington, if it's flat, it's most likely artificial. But we are passing now the U.S. Coast Guard section of the Puget Sound. You all probably have your eye on this big red boat to our right over here. This is an icebreaker, the Polar Star. So it was just getting some work done in California, go figure. It's got that fresh paint job, and it does what it sounds like it said it does. It breaks through ice. It has a few methods of doing that. So it can get a head start and then kind of beach itself on the iceberg and shimmy around and turn it into a slushy, if you will. And then if all else fails, they have dynamite on board. So that would be pretty cool to blow up an iceberg. I like to do that once or twice in my life. Behind it is sister the Polar Sea. That one is out of commission. It's just being used for parts. And then to the left of the Polar Sea, those blue and white boats, those are U.S. Coast Guard cutters. They are for retrieval and so to the Speakeasy Bar and Observatory. Their pyramid on top, though, is a private residence. The resident right now pays $13,500 a month for the place. Pretty out of my price range, but the globe on top looks right into the Lumen Field, so it's an all-season pass, if you will. Then we have a better view of one of our Washington State ferries. This is on Pullman Dock. I always get happy when I see these because it reminds me of getting to go home, as I have to live in Bremerton across the water, because I was tired of paying Smith Tower prices for my little cracker box in Capitol Hill. But so these go off to Bainbridge and Bremerton. Bainbridge is the more popular destination. It's like a 25-minute ride across the water. Anything you're going to want to do is within walking distance of the ferry terminal over there. But definitely take a ride over here. They run until midnight. So if you want to see the skyline all lit up at night and get some cool pictures, that is definitely something you can do. And it's a really cool ride. They got some food court and everything. But with that, I can yak on and on. I got a whole hour, so can't manage to cram everything I want to say. But I got to go back downstairs and tie up our boat for safe departure. So I will be down there on the right side.
Everyone's supposed to cheer now. You want to buy fish? Put your phones in the air.
That's in the powder, and you said cinnamon, right? Can we do half? Yeah. Cinnamon powder.
Pauwi na kami. Kakain muna kami ng dinner. We're heading back to Sacramento tomorrow. Anong tawag ulit dito?
Parang, ano daw, largest splash daw dito sa Seattle. Eh.
Largest what?
Largest splash something eh.
Splash?
Kalimutan ko eh. Oh.
Ito yung vlog namin nung una. Nung morning. When
Hindi
it
pa
was
sa
in
kanya
the-
kalakas.
Ito ka, video in the morning. Paggabi pala, ganito pala kalakas yung ano niya. Water. Last day. Ayan, nasa na yung susundo sa atin. Last day na. Actually, yan ang aming hotel. Queen Avenue. Pretty sunny today.
Pero sa California, okay din naman. Kaya matulog na dito. Hindi ko na gusto doon.
Si Luis, yung anak ko, nakikita mo. Galing sila doon.
Sa LA ba
Sa
sila?
linggo.
Oo.
Disneyland, Universal, Downtown LA. Sikat na.